The staggering price of professional isolation. Why Black executives can't afford to go it alone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of interviewing Sheila Simmons, a visionary whose work has fundamentally transformed how we understand professional advancement for Black executives across America. What Sheila has accomplished goes far beyond research. She has illuminated pathways previously shrouded in darkness and created blueprints for success that are changing lives in boardrooms nationwide. Her commitment to dismantling systemic barriers while building bridges of opportunity makes her not just a thought leader, but a revolutionary force reshaping corporate America's landscape. In a world where many identify problems, Sheila Simmons delivers solutions with such clarity and conviction that entire institutions are changing their approach to leadership development because of her groundbreaking work. What I'm about to share with you today comes directly from my conversation with Sheila, and it challenges one of our most deeply held assumptions about professional success. We've all heard the narrative: work hard, keep your head down, and eventually your talent will be recognized. But what if I told you that for Black professionals in leadership positions, this conventional wisdom isn't just incomplete, it's potentially devastating to their careers and financial futures? Here's the counterintuitive truth that Sheila Simmons revealed: isolation isn't just a social or emotional challenge for Black executives, it's a financial penalty that compounds over time. She calls it the isolation tax. Think about that phrase for a moment: isolation tax. It suggests something involuntary, something imposed, something that takes away value rather than creates it. And that's precisely what it is. Many Black executives find themselves without trusted advisors, without robust referral networks, without safe spaces at work where they can be authentic. This isolation isn't just uncomfortable, it has direct, measurable financial consequences. According to Sheila's research, this isolation tax can cost Black professionals tens of thousands of dollars annually in missed promotions and opportunities. Let that sink in. $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, year after year after year. This isn't just about feeling excluded from the golf course conversations or the happy hour networking. This is about systematic disadvantage that accumulates over time, affecting lifetime earning potential in profound ways. When we talk about the wealth gap in America, we rarely discuss this hidden mechanism that silently widens that gap with each passing year. But here's where Sheila's insights become truly revolutionary. She's identified not just the problem, but the solution. And it challenges everything we think we know about individual achievement. The first key insight from my conversation with Sheila is this: your network is your net worth. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a fundamental truth about how advancement actually happens in professional environments. Building authentic relationships with peers and senior leaders who understand your unique challenges isn't optional, it's essential for both advancement and well being. The second insight is equally powerful. You don't have to navigate alone. There are dedicated communities that exist specifically to eliminate professional isolation for Black executives through mentorship, sponsorship, and genuine brotherhood. These aren't just social clubs, they're professional lifelines that can literally change the trajectory of a career. And the third insight ties it all together: advocacy changes trajectories. Having advocates who mention your name in important rooms leads directly to more opportunities. Investing in these relationships pays dividends throughout your career. Now, I want to share three remarkable examples from Sheila's research that illustrate these principles in action. The first is the BM community, which stands for Black Executive Men. This community brings together Black men navigating corporate leadership challenges across Fortune 500 companies. Imagine walking into a boardroom and being the only person who looks like you day after day, year after year. The members of BM live this reality, often finding themselves as the only Black executive in the room, facing bias without adequate support systems or mentors. In response, BM created structured roundtables with C suite leaders for real time problem solving, peer mentorship programs, and access to senior sponsors. The results weren't just positive, they were transformative. Participants reported higher rates of promotion consideration, up by 30%. They experienced increased job satisfaction scores, up by 20%. And perhaps most importantly, they developed expanded professional networks that continued to yield opportunities over time. The backstory here is particularly telling. BM was founded on the recognition that isolation stunted both personal growth and earning potential, costing members up to $50,000 annually. The organization was built on principles of shared heritage and collective advancement. Within just 3 years, more than 100 members credited their next level career moves directly to connections made within BM. And the model has inspired similar affinity groups nationwide, all focused on closing opportunity, gaps for underrepresented talent. Marcus, a senior director at a Fortune 100 technology company, described his experience this way. Before BEM, I was surviving. After BEM, I'm thriving. The difference isn't just emotional, it's financial. My compensation has increased by 40% in 2 years because I now have people in my corner who understand both my challenges and my value. The second powerful example from Sheila's research focuses on the National Urban League Empowerment Summit, where policy meets practice. The National Urban League hosts annual summits bringing together Black business leaders, policymakers, organizers, and partners, tackling systemic barriers impacting underrepresented communities. The challenge they identified was persistent policy obstacles that limited access to capital investment networks for emerging entrepreneurs from marginalized backgrounds. Their solution was elegant and effective. Summit workshops paired attendees with established industry mentors, while advocacy sessions connected them with lawmakers pushing equity focused reforms. The outcomes speak for themselves. Numerous attendees secured seed funding after participating. Several startups launched post summit, went on to receive national recognition within just 2 years. The backstory reveals decades long disparities that prompted the National Urban League's targeted programming, designed specifically around empowerment through knowledge sharing between generations of leaders. Attendees consistently report improved confidence navigating regulatory hurdles thanks to actionable insights gained during summit sessions. Perhaps most impressively, these summits have become a blueprint replicated by other organizations seeking scalable impact models. Janelle, who founded a healthcare technology startup after attending the summit, shared, I came with an idea and left with a network. Within 6 months, I had secured $1.2 million in funding from investors I met through connections made at the summit. That would never have happened if I tried to navigate the venture capital landscape alone. The third example Sheila shared with me demonstrates how intentional community building catalyzes success in yet another context. The National Black MBA Association's annual conference, known as Transform NBMBA, convenes thousands of aspiring executives with Fortune 1000 recruiters eager for diverse talent pipelines. Many early career attendees lacked exposure and access to high level hiring managers at major corporations due to traditional recruitment biases. NBMBA's solution was to facilitate direct networking events between candidates and employers while offering interview prep workshops tailored toward overcoming implicit bias scenarios. The outcomes were immediate and lasting. Hundreds received job offers on site. Follow up studies showed participants advanced into management roles faster than industry averages. The backstory reveals that recognizing persistent barriers despite academic achievement alone spurred NBMBAA's focus on relationship driven opportunity creation. Conference alumni now include dozens of C suite executives attributing their breakthrough moments back to connections forged at these events. The impact extends beyond individual careers. This approach has helped shift corporate recruiting culture toward more inclusive practices while empowering individuals at scale. What these examples reveal, and what Sheila Simmons has so brilliantly articulated, is that the conventional narrative about professional advancement is fundamentally flawed, even dangerous. The myth of meritocracy suggests that if you simply work hard enough, you'll succeed. But the reality is far more complex, particularly for Black professionals. Success isn't just about what you know, it's about who knows what you know. It's about who advocates for you when you're not in the room. It's about who opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. This isn't just true for Black professionals, it's true for everyone. But the isolation tax falls disproportionately on those who are underrepresented in leadership positions. As the African proverb reminds us, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Sheila's research gives this wisdom new meaning and urgency. The isolation tax isn't just a problem for those who bear it directly, it's a problem for all of us. When talented leaders are held back by systematic isolation, we all lose their potential contributions. Companies lose innovation, communities lose impact, society loses progress. So, what can we do about it? If you're a Black professional navigating these challenges, Sheila's message is clear: seek community intentionally. Your advancement depends not just on your individual excellence, though that matters tremendously, but on your connectedness to others who can support, advise, and advocate for you. If you're in a position of leadership or influence, ask yourself, who's missing from my network? Whose voices am I not hearing? Whose talent might be hidden from view because of systematic isolation? And for all of us, there's a call to action that emerges from Sheila Simmons' powerful insights. What intentional step will you take this week? Whether reaching out for mentorship or advocating openly for another professional who may be navigating their own isolation tax. How might your action change both your trajectory and theirs? I want to challenge you today to do something radical. Reject the myth of the self made success story. It doesn't exist, it never has. Behind every successful person stands a community of support, a network of advocates, a chorus of voices speaking their name in rooms where decisions are made. The question isn't whether you need others to succeed. You absolutely do. The question is whether you're intentionally building the community that will help you thrive while simultaneously helping others do the same. The isolation tax is real, it's measurable, and it's preventable. By building intentional communities of support, mentorship, and advocacy, we can eliminate this hidden cost. We can create environments where talent rises based on merit rather than connection. We can build a world where no one has to navigate professional advancement alone. The surprising truth is that in professional advancement, community isn't just nice to have, it's essential. Connection isn't just comforting, it's career defining. And isolation isn't just uncomfortable, it's expensive. The good news is that we have the power to change this reality. Through intentional community building, through deliberate mentorship, through conscious advocacy, we can eliminate the isolation tax and create pathways to success that are truly accessible to all. I challenge you today, be the person who reaches back and pulls someone forward. Be the connector who introduces people who should know each other. Be the voice that speaks someone's name in a room they haven't yet accessed. Because in doing so, you're not just helping them, you're dismantling a system that has silently taxed potential for far too long. The future of leadership isn't isolated excellence, it's connected brilliance. And that future begins with each of us deciding that no one succeeds alone. Thank you.